Hi there guys, what we're just going to do today is change the front brake pads on a Nissan Qashqai. It's a 10 plate. Right, so what we're going to do first of all is we've got these stoppers here. We've got two. What we're going to do is we're going to put them on the rear wheel, so it's just for the safety. And at the same time, as you can see, we're doing this right now. So what we're doing now is we've just got a wheel brace to open up the tyres, so to loosen up the bolts. We're just going to do that right now. Right, so guys, once you've actually loosened it up, don't fully loosen it up as of yet. What you need to do then is to get a trolley jack like this and put it underneath the car, so it's somewhere safe, so you can lift up the car and then loosen up the wheel. So as you can see, it's actually, you know, jacking up the car. Lower. So you need to make sure it's in the right position. You don't want to damage the underbody of the car, and at the same time, you don't want to loosen up the wheel too much, so, you know, it damages it itself. So as you can see, it's actually lifted, and this is what I was trying to get. See if I can get it. You can see it's underneath a metal piece, so you know you're not damaging the underbody. So it is actually free right now. As you can see, it's spinning and it's lifted up. Now what you can do is loosen up all the bolts and get that done. Right, so there's one bolt there, it's just been taken off. There's a few more getting taken off right now. Right, so as you can see, there are some bolts. What we've done is it's fully loose. As you can see, I could literally just move it along, but I'm not. So what you could do is now is just lift off. So for extra safety, if you have got a jack stand, this kind, what we're going to do is we're going to put it underneath here. So it's just going to be underneath here to give extra support and more safety. So what we've done right now is we've actually just placed it underneath the wishbone. As you can see, it's there supporting it, so in case, you know, it falls, or if that decides to fail, that's supporting it as well, so you keep yourself safe. So what we're going to do now is we're going to actually just start the vehicle, and we are just going to turn the steering wheel so you have easy access to get on with changing the brake pads. Right, so what we're going to do is we're basically going to loosen the lower nut, not the top one. We're using a 40mm socket set. So what we're going to do now is we're just going to show you how it works. Right, apologies guys, it was just slipping. So what we've done is we just changed the socket another 14. So as you can see, it's actually loosened up now. And what you should be able to do now is literally lift up. And as you can see, there's brake pads. And on this side. So what you can now do is you can actually just remove them, so as we're going to show you, just simply with just a slight amount of pressure if needed. Right, so if you ever have any issues trying to pull it out, just get a straight head screwdriver and push it out, not with too much force. Right, so just before you push the piston back, just to make your life a bit easier, what we're going to do is we're going to literally just open up the brake fluid and then go from there, to make it easier to push back. Right, so just for everybody to know where the brake fluid is, it's just here. All we're going to simply do is we're just going to turn it and loosen it up. There we go, that's all we're doing. So what we're going to do is to push the piston back, we're using this thing called a brake caliper winder. This is it simply. The only issue we're going to have is this is too small, so what's going to happen is it falls inside. So what we've got is we've actually kept an old brake pad here. There we go. So all we're doing is we're simply putting it there, and we're just gonna push it in now, and here we go. It's just to make it easier. Right, so all we're doing is we're just gonna keep winding it clockwise now, so you can actually start seeing it's gonna start getting a bit loose. There we go. Going back. It's actually going back right now. So as you can see, it's actually gone all the way in. I'm just going to try focusing on that. So there you go, the piston, it's actually gone all the way in. And what we'll do is we'll just remove this and I'll show you now. Here we go. Right, so as you can see, before it was out here somewhere and now it's gone all the way in the piston. And what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to show you the brake pads. So they're just brand new, just with one hand. So you can see they're in the pack, and there's a clip with it as well. So what we've done is we've just basically removed out the packet, and what we're doing is you don't bin your old brake pads yet. You want to make sure they're exactly the same fit, same everything. So what we're going to do now is we're just going to put them together just to match them up. So as you're going to see, they are exactly the same. You don't want to buy a set and then have the wrong ones. So there we go. So as you can see, these do get dirty. So what we're going to do is to simply clean it up, get rid of the excess dirt. What we're going to do is we're going to use a wire brush, even to clean off the caliper if needed. It's just to make it a bit easier, and at the same time makes your life easier for the next time you need to do it. Right, so basically what we're going to do is we're going to get these brake pads and we're going to put them in. But before we do that, we're using a certain brand here in the UK. It's called Caliper. It's copper multi-purpose grease, so I'm just reading it off. I'll just show you inside. It's like this goldish colour. All we're doing is we're going to put them on the tip, so as shown. The reason why we do this is so it doesn't seize, and at the same time it makes your life easier for next time you need to service your car to take off the brake pads. So what we're doing is we're just putting them in now. Sometimes you need two fingers just to push it in, and we're going to do it with the other one now. There we go. Just going to show it around. There you go. So you can see the fitting and the perfect fit. Right, okay, so what we're going to do now is we're going to slowly release this and put the caliper back down. Here we go.
Nice and easy.
There you go. So it's nice and easy because we'll push the piston back. And now all we're going to do is we're going to put the nut back in. Well, the bolt. And now we're just going to use the 14mm torque socket set. So it's just a quick summary. So we've done everything that we need to do now. You know, the caliper's back down. All we're doing is we're starting up the car again, and we're going to turn the steering wheel just to straighten it back up, just to put the wheel back on, just to make the life easier. There we go. That's all we're doing, and this is a complete tutorial on how to do it.